See, trigger was from September 2023. Everywhere, at every place, they had created an obstacle for him. तो नहीं डरे, पर आपकी working committee डर गई. The leaders of Congress party and the alliance party leaders started abusing Sanatan. When Bhagwan Prabhu Shri Ram's Pran Pratishtha invitation was refused by Congress party, on that day I said this is political plus or minus can be there, but this is a sin and I don't want to be part of your sin. For me, Sanatan was important 6 years back. For me, Ram Bhagwan was important 6 years back. If you don't believe in Ram, if you don't believe in Sanatan, you can contest elections in Pakistan, not in India. To abuse Prime Minister Modi, Congress party started abusing their own policies. I will give you the timetable of these three people. This is morning tea for them. How to abuse PM Modi today? Okay, we will make his family target or something like that. That is the breakfast program is over. This is the lunch soup. Today we should target Adani, Ambani, Godrej, Tata. This is the evening soup. I can't share that. I'm sorry. This is the schedule of the people who are taking a policy level decisions for the Congress. I will give you a very funny example. All listeners and viewers will laugh. When we are doing a press conference against Adani at 3 o'clock at AICC headquarters at 3 p.m. in the afternoon, at 5 p.m. a Congress chief minister is welcoming Adani in Jaipur by putting a red carpet for him and doing like this.
Welcome friend, there has been a flood of leaders from the Congress party moving out and more often than not switching over to the BJP, which is the ruling party. Now one would say it's election season, some might do it because they have to get a ticket, some might do it because they were promised a ticket, some might do it because they were denied a ticket, and in many other cases it could be on ideological grounds. In at least one instance, a little comic one perhaps, it has been that the person slept in the night and in the morning when he got up, he had a dream in the night and then he thought that maybe he should be moving to the BJP. But today we have someone who has moved from the Congress, who was very visible in the Congress party and has moved to the BJP on ideological grounds. And that makes the person and a conversation with that person, I believe, very interesting. Gourav Vallabh, welcome. Gourav ji.
Thank you.
To Republic, and thank you for speaking for our audiences.
Thank you.
Let's begin from the day when you announced that you are quitting the Congress party. You have in your post attached a letter also in which you have written some aspects of why you are quitting, but what was the trigger?
See, trigger was from September 2023. September 2023, the leaders of Congress party and the alliance party leaders started abusing Sanatan. And the who's who of the alliance party are abusing that and comparing Sanatan Dharma with Corona and such type of statements were there. I conveyed my message to all senior leaders of Congress party that we should not give this a silent approval. We should condemn it and condemn it at a very strong level.
When did you do that?
In the month of August 2023.
Immediately did you registered your protest?
Immediately.
And at what level?
What level means I doesn't have any problem to meet anyone in the Congress. That is that I am accepting in front of you. That to convey my message to anyone, it's only a phone call away for me.
So which means you communicated this at the highest
everyone, whatever 5, 7, 10 leaders comes to your mind, everyone. So that was the first.
Including Rahul Gandhi.
Why you are naming? Because I am following a particular ethics and I don't want to name them, but I am saying whomsoever you think.
Okay.
Including X, Y, Z, A, B, C, D, E, F, sub.
And RG.
Sub. Second thing, when Bhagwan Prabhu Shri Ram's Pran Pratishtha invitation was refused by Congress party, on that day I said this is political plus or minus can be there, but this is a sin. And I don't want to be part of your sin. And I told them that till the time you are not going to visit Ram Mandir in Ayodhya, I am not going to defend you on TV channels. I said no. For last 4 months, I had never been in any TV channel. I had not done any press conference. And I can give you one example. Every year on budget, I used to do a PC. And journalists across the country used to appreciate that. They used to tell that you gave some new insights. This year, when Congress party asked me to do a PC on budget, I said no. Till the time our leadership is not going to Ram Temple Darshan, I am not going to defend the party at any forum. That is point number 2. Point number 3, I conveyed at every forum of Congress party that right now in an endeavor to abuse Prime Minister Modi, Congress party started abusing their own policies. Like liberalization, privatization, globalization, which was a game changer economic policy given by Prime Minister P.V. Narasimha Rao, and at that point of time Finance Minister was Dr. Manmohan Singh. And I as an economist believe in that policy. And I believe that if I am sitting in front of you today in your TV channel, it is because of that policy only. Otherwise I might be doing some agriculture or small farm, I was doing some other activity. I am here because of that policy.
Because of the opportunities.
Opening up of economy. Now I told them that in an endeavor to abuse Prime Minister Modi, you had started abusing your own policies. When Congress party is abusing all wealth creators of this country, I don't accept that idea. All wealth creators can't be wrong. I told Congress party that I myself did a press conference against Adani. I did. Not 1, 3. But from the time Adani got a clean sheet from the SEBI, I stopped doing that. And I asked Congress party that you have to stop somewhere. Ambani got a clean sheet from Supreme Court in the Rafael issue. You have to stop somewhere. You can't pushing the idea without any proof. And I will give you one more example. Air India was purchased by Tata Group. Congress party started abusing Tata Group. One business group CEO from Bombay wrote a tweet in favor of Prime Minister Modi. Congress party started abusing that business group. So I had 3 very sincere issues. I had moved to every person in the party on these 3 issues that please don't give silent approval on abusing the Sanatan. Please attend Bhagwan Shri Ram's Pran Pratishtha and stop abusing wealth creators. Wealth creators should be respected, and Congress party had always respected in the past. You are not doing what Congress party had done in last 60 years. So these were very serious issues, and for last 4 months I am going to every senior leader as if I am going for my job, that please don't do this, like this. But they had not accepted my arguments.
What was the response?
Okay, let us see.
And nobody was sympathetic to or gave you a sympathetic hearing?
Okay, let us see. That was the answer from everyone. And
so is it the entire Congress party is like that?
I am giving you one example. I went to one person, he told me to go to second person. I gave my idea and whatever I had written in that letter, I had briefed him about that. He asked me to move to the second person. Second person asked me to third person. Third person to fourth person. I was like a musical chair, that they are just passing the ball.
But maybe because they don't have the...
They don't want to take the decision. No. They don't have...
Nobody is powerful enough.
No. I went to the people who are taking decisions. Like the person who took a decision not to attend the Pran Pratishtha of Bhagwan Shri Ram. He is the person who had not contested even a class monitor election in his life. for last more than 20 years he is in Rajya Sabha and his only endeavor is to secure his Rajya Sabha seats. That is the only objective on which he is working.
But if you look at it, I'm digressing from my structure, but if the person understands that his Rajya Sabha seat is important, tomorrow if the Congress party is not in power even in the remaining 3 states that it is in power, then the Rajya Sabha seat would go away.
That unfortunately is not attending, not the Congress party top leadership is accepting that or not understanding that. Okay. That is unfortunate.
Let's just have it a structured conversation on the 3 reasons why you quit. But before that, you are an economist. You have been a professor of finance and economics in a very prestigious management institute for long decade plus, right?
More than 20 years.
More than 20 years, 2 decades plus. And then you have now almost a decade plus experience in politics.
6 years.
6 years. Okay. So, is it not a loss for the Congress party?
They don't care.
Like, what was the reaction when you quit?
Nothing.
Did they ever meet you?
Once I had decided to quit, they had decided to console and convince me.
Mm-hmm.
But once I had decided, because I gave 4 months to myself,
But you gave 4 months to them also. You gave 4 months to them also.
For them also, to think about my issues, which I am pressing. But they had not done any, they had not made any reaction.
But when you quit?
After my quitting, once I had resigned, they had tried to convince me. But I told that enough is enough. Neither you are interested in my idea, nor now I am interested with your idea. People used to say, you left Congress. I had not left. I am sitting on the same chair on which I was 6 years back. For me, Sanatan was important 6 years back. For me, Ram Bhagwan was important 6 years back. For me, wealth creators were important 6 years back. Congress party changed its ideology. Like, I will give you one more example. For me, Arvind Kejriwal was the most corrupt person of this Kalyug. But Congress party was saying the same thing 10 days back. Today they are saying he is the misal of honesty. I had not changed. I am sitting on the same chair. Congress party, in an endeavor to abuse Adani, Ambani, Prime Minister Modi ji or Amit Shah Sahab or Nadda Sahab, they had started abusing themselves.
Okay, let's try to understand. So, this is directionlessness of the Congress party, or is this a strategy which is not working?
This is that I had written in my letter this word, directionless, dishahinita. And I will give you one more example of directionless. One sudden day morning, they will start EVM hacking issue. Second day, they will start the caste census issue. Third day, they will start abusing all wealth creators. Fourth day, they will pick the unemployment. Fifth day, they will pick the price rise. Sixth day, they will pick the Agnivir. Seventh day, they will pick GST. On the 8th day, they will again come to caste census without any solution to these 7 problems. You ask, if you met some Congress leader, just ask that how caste census is going to have an economic equality which Congress party is trying to propagate. Does they understand what they mean by census?
No, but I'm sure there must be, okay, so when the Congress party picks up issues, there would be some think tank.
That's what I'm saying.
There would be some process at arriving on an issue as a political issue.
I'm giving you answer to this question. There is 3 people who decide the issue. The first person who appears on media when I was in college. In 1998, I left the college. In 98, I had seen him defending the Congress party. Today also he is the in charge of media. He never contested any monitor's election in his life. He is talking about not attending the Ram Mandir's Pran Pratishtha. He is the
Congress ke Ram.
I am not talking why I should. He is the person number 1. Second person who is signing the candidates list. If you ask him, please name 5 constituencies of UP. He will say Ahmedabad, Vadodara, Jaipur, Bangalore and Hyderabad.
मतलब यूपी के सीट हैं.
हाँ, उनको पता ही नहीं है.
कौन चिदम्बरम?
मैं नहीं नाम ले रहा. जो
केसी वेणुगोपाल.
जो व्यक्ति टिकटों पे हस्ताक्षर कर रहा, मैं क्यों नाम लूं?
उनका राज्य बता दीजिए।
मैं क्यों, छोड़ दीजिए ना, जो टिकटों पे कौन टिकट पे हस्ताक्षर कर रहा, आप देख लेना। तो that is his understanding of ground level. Third person, I will give you another example. Third person who is deciding the policy for the Congress party. In 1992, I was in class 10th. I fondly remember, because I used to read newspapers. My dad used to say, please read Hindu, Indian Express, all other Times of India, Hindustan Times, Patrika, Bhaskar, all newspapers. He forced me to read all those newspapers. In 1992, he was drafting the manifesto of Congress party. Today is 2024. Today also he is drafting the manifesto. So Congress party creates hurdle for the new ideas, new people, aspirational ideas. They reject this, and these three people are taking all decisions. And by saying this, I am not saying the senior leadership, Congress president and all other ex-Congress presidents are not liable. They are giving silent approval to their decisions, so they are equally liable.
So there is no think tank. There is no collective decision.
There is no neither think
it's
nor
a clique of leaders.
There is neither think nor tank.
It's a clique of leaders.
तड़ाप भी नहीं है और सोच भी नहीं है. This is, they just take. I am just giving one small work to your research team. Please do. Take Congress Party manifesto, and academically we used to use one plagiarism check software. You might be aware of that. Check how much plagiarism is there in that manifesto.
From where?
We just put that manifesto file in that software. You will find that from what are the sources from which these lines were taken. I'm just giving you assignment to your research team, and then publish it on your channel. That how much copy paste ideas were there.
You're saying Congress manifesto is a plagiarized copy paste manifesto.
Control C, Control V. Control C, copy. Control V.
From where?
From past archives, ideas or past manifestos.
So you're saying that it's a gerontocracy. It's a group of, it's a clique of leaders rather, who are not letting fresh blood come.
Correct.
Or fresh ideas come.
Correct.
And they are, according to you, not connected with the ground.
Correct. I will give you one more example. These are live examples. In 2022, we had a Chintan Shivir in Udaipur, if you remember. Congress party organized a Chintan Shivir in Udaipur. And one of the primary idea which came out of that Chintan Shivir was 50 under 50.
Yes.
Means 50% of AICC, Pradesh Congress Committee, District Congress Committee, Block Congress Committee, ticket distribution, MPs, MLAs, Minister, 50% of them should be of the age group less than 50.
Right.
2 years that resolution was passed.
Right.
2 years had passed. At what level this policy got implemented? Zero. Because the Congress party doesn't promote new ideas. Congress party doesn't promote new people.
And what is the accountability? जो resolution का था, when I remember that resolution, and a lot of credit was given to Rahul Gandhi for that resolution.
I was also there in that Chintan Shivir. I myself had clapped for 5 minutes on that resolution. And believe me, young people across the country had appreciated that move. They had not. When the party can't
stop that from
when the party can't implement their own decisions, how people of our country will realize that whatever they are deciding for us in manifesto they will implement?
But who was responsible for implementing?
I gave you these three peoples. They think that
I
don't want to name. If they think that if these new ideas will come, our dukan will be shut down. Our Rajya Sabha will be shut down. What we will do? We are only 75. We should be in Rajya Sabha till at least 95. They are feeling that they are only 80, 79. That is their mindset.
So, tell me one thing. When you joined Congress party 6 years back, and your disenchantment and final quitting, 6-7 years. You were not that young also when you joined the Congress party.
I was.
And the Congress party was in opposition at that time, obviously.
So why I joined?
Yeah, exactly. Why you joined? What gave you the hope that okay, fine, this is the Congress, this is the political party which can address my aspirations or people's aspirations, and you should be going and supporting them.
I was 41 when I joined Congress party. At the age of 41, I joined the Congress party. Or 40, you can say 40.5. And why reason was that I was interested to contribute in the nation's growth and development. That was, and still I am having that belief in core of my values. I thought the oldest political party of our country will welcome new people, new ideas, aspirational India they want to understand. And I will bring that on the table for them. But they rejected. Everywhere, at every place, they had created an obstacle for me. See, I am here in front of you because
they gave you opportunity. They made you spokesperson. They gave you a ticket in Jamshedpur. They gave you a ticket.
I'm coming to. They gave me ticket from Jamshedpur. Like tomorrow is the last day of nomination. Today evening, the General Secretary in charge of Jharkhand came to me. Please contest the election from Jamshedpur. Because that seat we are losing for last 8 times. Kitni baar? 8.
And there is no candidate.
And there is no candidate, and that seat I have to contest against the sitting Chief Minister. So they requested me. I contested. Similarly in Rajasthan, they requested me that Udaipur we are losing the seat for last 5 times.
Chief Minister's home district.
Which Chief Minister?
Ashok Gehlot.
That is Jodhpur. So for last 5 times they are losing. Congress party is losing in Udaipur. They requested me that they are not having candidate. I contested the election. When Rahul Gandhi says Daro mat, I took that very seriously. Let us contest. But now I came to know that there are 80 members in CWC. Out of 80, only 3 are contesting. Other 77 are telling कि अगर हम चुनाव लड़े 8 लाख से हार गए, क्योंकि 3 बार से हार रहे हैं वो, कि चौथी बार भी 8 लाख से हार गए, तो शर्म मुंह किसको दिखाएंगे? And I can give you my track record. In Udaipur, I got all-time highest vote of Congress party. कितना? जब से उदयपुर कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसी बनी है तब से लेकर अब तक I got highest vote 66,000. In Jamshedpur also I gave a very hard battle to the sitting chief minister. He also lost in a triangular fight. One independent won the election. So हम तो नहीं डरे, पर आपकी वर्किंग कमेटी डर गई.
Okay. So now, what you seem to be suggesting is there is a clique of leaders which is obstructing the Congress party's organic growth and existence. My question is, एक पॉलिटिकल स्ट्रैटेजिस्ट और पॉलिटिशियन है प्रशांत किशोर, उन्होंने भी बोला कि अगर कांग्रेस पार्टी फिर से हार जाती है, if they lose again, then Rahul Gandhi should take a back seat. He should take a sabbatical, go away, because it seems he is not working, but he has to let others handle it. According to you, others are handling it, not Rahul Gandhi.
Rahul Gandhi is giving a silent approval, na? So you can't say that he is not handling. If these 3 people are handling, then who is giving silent approval?
So the Gandhis are letting them handle.
So that is their silent approval. They are equally liable. Second thing, I don't want to comment on Prashant Kishorji's statement, but I am giving one statement today. And if that happens, I want one promise from you, that you are going to take my name in your show and tell the people of our great country that Professor Vallabh had predicted this long back. I am doubtful that Congress party will be in existence in June 2024.
Why?
Because the result which I am seeing, because I am on the ground, the results and the margins which I am seeing, the people in Congress party might not be seeing, but I am seeing what is happening at the ground level.
But राहुल गांधी भी तो जमीन पर रहे, उन्होंने ये जो 2 यात्रा करी,
अभी यात्रा पे आ जाते हैं, अभी यात्रा
मणिपुर से मुंबई, तो राहुल गांधी तो जमीन पे है और कांग्रेस नेता जमीन पे नहीं.
मैं बताता हूं,
राहुल गांधी रिमेन्स ऑन द
गौरव वल्लभ जमीन पे ही था, उदयपुर में ही था, और इसीलिए गौरव वल्लभ ये सब बातें बता रहा था. पर जमीन की बात और यात्रा की बात करते हैं. It's an interesting point you had raised. The maximum time this yatra had spent, the first yatra, Bharat Jodo Yatra, was in the state of Madhya Pradesh and Rajasthan.
Right.
What happened on 4th of December? Nobody had introspected on that. What they did, they announced next yatra. If you are doing yatra for physical fitness, it's okay for me. I should also do. But if you are doing yatra for political ideological spread, I doubt people are not buying your arguments. You have to change your strategy. If you are again and again not able to crack an exam, you have to read differently. You have to prepare differently.
Yeah.
And again you started that yatra. Why it started? That one of these three people which I had hinted to you was thinking that how I should be in limelight. Let us start a new yatra. So that his Rajya Sabha is going to conclude in next 1 or 1.5 years. So he is securing that his Rajya Sabha seat from a southern Indian state by saying that I had arranged every yatra. यात्रा का पर्पस क्या है? और जो यात्रा अमेठी चले जाए और अयोध्या नहीं जाए, वो यात्रा को धिक्कार है, धिक्कार.
They bypassed it.
अमेठी से अयोध्या कितना दूर है आप बताइए ना. How far is Amethi from Ayodhya from Amethi? 65 kilometers.
Exactly.
You can't go there. Then what kind of this yatra?
Right.
If you are doing just for having Bharat Brahman, we used to do, my dad used to take in our summer holidays. We used to buy.
You tell me, you see, because you have made Sanatan the issue, or the trigger at least for your quitting.
3 issues.
Yeah,
all are equally important.
Trigger, yes. Now the question is that Rahul Gandhi does all the temple runs, right? This election perhaps he is not, but during the yatra, for example, he did not go to Ayodhya, but he went to Mahakal in Ujjain.
It means
What kind of Hindu is he? He claims he's a Janevudhari Hindu, according to Surjewala.
It means
does he practice religion? Does he know about it?
It means he had an enmity with Prabhu Shri Ram. That is shown na. He is okay to go in any temple, but not in Ram Mandir in Ayodhya, where Bhagwan Ram took birth.
But does he practice religion?
See, that is very personal. I am not aware. We had never discussed.
Does he talk about religion when he is in meetings?
He had never discussed this with me. I can't, when I am not aware of any information, telling any wrong information to your viewers and for anybody is not the right thing.
But you're saying that skipping Ayodhya was a deliberate decision.
Yeah. And it's not, I'm not saying even a person of a common prudent can find out. You are going to any other temple but not to Ayodhya. What message you want to convey?
Right.
That I don't believe in Ram. If you don't believe in Ram, if you don't believe in Sanatan, you can contest elections in Pakistan, not in India.
Fair enough. Now, your second and third reasons, I'll club them sort of because they are actually connected. Which is that the Congress party disowning its own policies on economics, on economy, and then the attack on capitalism. So in a way they are connected. Why do you think that, and give us a deep answer, why do you think that the Congress party, and darshakon ko bahut isme interest hai, why do you think that the Congress party has actually distanced itself, disowned the legacy of Narasimha Rao and Manmohan Singh in terms of opposing everything which is connected with opening up the economy, liberalizing the economy, reforming the economy, something they should have been proud of?
These three people, mindset is extreme left. They hate industries, growth, money supply, they hate. Their mindset is extreme left. These three people's mindset is against P.V. Narasimha Rao and Dr. Manmohan Singh. They want that these two people should not be remembered in history. That is the mindset of these three people. I again repeat, a very heavy and strong statement I am making. ये तीनों नहीं चाहते कि इतिहास मनमोहन सिंह जी और पीवी नरसिम्हा राव जी को अच्छी तरीके से याद करें ताकि उनकी पॉलिसी
सोनिया गांधी and Rahul Gandhi.
See, they
Sonia
are.
Gandhi too. She made Manmohan Singh.
That's what I am saying. Na? They are silent approvers. If you are not stopping them, you are silently approving them. That is the answer to your first question. Second reason, that these three people believe, and via these three the entire leadership believes, because if these three are doing, that is on the acceptability of the senior leadership. So you can't say that they are good and they are bad. They are equally taking bad decisions or wrong decisions for their own party and for the growth of Indian economy. These three people believe that if we connect Prime Minister Modi ji with any of these industrialists, then we will create a war between haves and have-nots. And the have-nots will move behind us and will vote for us. That was their second belief. So they want a social discrimination, so that the entire poor should come and vote for us. That's the reason they are abusing the wealth creators.
No.
But by doing that, they forget one thing. That when, I will give you a very funny example, your all listeners and viewers will laugh. When we are doing a press conference against Adani at 3 o'clock at AICC headquarters at 3 p.m. In the afternoon, at 5 p.m. a Congress chief minister is welcoming Adani in Jaipur by putting a red carpet for him and doing like this. Then what moral you are talking about?
And it happened in Hyderabad.
Hyderabad also, Chhattisgarh also, Madhya Pradesh also, and I am not making those chief ministers wrong. They are correct. Because they want investment in their state, they want to improve employment in their state, they want to contribute more in their GSDP. They are not wrong. But 3 o'clock we are doing press conference, Congress party was doing press conference at AICC headquarters, and 5 p.m. the state chief ministers are welcoming the same person. Then what kind of decision you are taking?
So tell me that, as I said, these are two connected things and you answered together, but let's go back. You are a professor of finance and economics. You have a deep historical understanding also. The very visible legacy of the Congress party is socialism or left of center positioning. In the Narasimha Rao Manmohan Singh era, maybe if not substantially, but in good measure, out of necessity, majburi जिसे कहते हैं, liberalization happened. But in the UPA 1, UPA 2 era, through the instrument of NAC, the left ecosystem effectively completely captured the Congress party, right?
That's what I was telling.
So why you tell us, because you have been an insider, that what kind of control this left ecosystem had on Congress party?
Control is indirect. The control is that these three people who are taking decisions are extreme left. Extreme left. They hate growth. They hate prosperity. But their mindset, if I will speak much about their personality, it will be very personal comment which I don't want. But their mindset is extreme left, and they are propagating that left ideology with their mindset by influencing in the decision making. I will give you one more example. When Congress party made an issue of unemployment, I told them that you should give how to improve employment also. They said, "हम करेंगे जब हमारी सरकार आएगी." People will not believe that. People will not buy this idea. Until unless you are not giving some solid feedback, people will not buy this. I told Congress party that when Prime Minister Modi ji is talking about making India a third largest economy, we should welcome. And we should say that we can make this third largest economy in a more better and effective manner than you. Let us make one white paper on that. They are saying no, it's not possible. And this is going.
They said $5 trillion economy is not possible.
That's what. And I gave them the argument that mathematically
Congress party leadership said that India can't become a $5 trillion economy.
Not in the same manner what Modi ji was predicting. And I gave them the argument. I gave this counter argument to them. See, first 10 economies of the world: US, China, Japan, Germany, India. These are first 5. And then in next 5 we have Russia, Saudi, France, even the UK. These are the next 10 economies of the world. Now when you take the first 10 economies of the world, India is predicted to grow at 7.5% to 8%. And no economy in these first 10 is able to achieve even 3.8%.
Right.
So this is bound to happen. We will become, I told them, India is going to become very fast because somebody is walking at a speed of 3% and India is walking at a speed of 8%, then you are bound to cross. But Congress party had not accepted this. And I told them that India is right now at $3.3 trillion level of GDP. Just above India, there is a country named as Germany, which is at $4.1 trillion. Above Germany, there is Japan, which is $4.3 trillion. We are bound to cross Japan in next 2-3 years.
So what was the response?
They say, we will decide when we will come to power. Right now, let us abuse this, let us criticize this. The second thing.
So abuse was a policy.
Abuse on the policy.
Abuse was Congress policy.
Abuse was Congress. Another example of abuse and criticizing by making personal remarks on Prime Minister Modi. Second example. When Prime Minister Modi had mentioned that in 2047, we are going to be a developed nation and that is my dream. I said, let us welcome this and let us give a counter argument that we had a policy by which we can make India as a developed nation by 2037. That is the counter argument that people will buy कि वो 2047 में बना रहे हैं हम 2037 में बना देंगे विकसित भारत. पर हमको उसके लिए बताना तो पड़ेगा. They have not accepted this.
So no constructive program, no constructive ideation.
Correct.
And just criticize and abuse the present government.
Correct. As a policy. And I will give you the timetable of these 3 people. This is morning tea for them. How to abuse PM Modi today? Okay, we will make his family target or something like that. That is the breakfast program is over. This is the lunch soup. Today we should target Adani, Ambani, Godrej, Tata, who? This is the evening soup. I can't share that with you. I'm sorry. This is the schedule of the people who are taking a policy level decisions for the Congress party. Do you feel?
Where does Rahul Gandhi come in all this?
Rahul Gandhi is giving silent approval to all this.
Does he understand?
I can't make any statement on that. Because for that I have to test his intelligence.
But you have been up close.
I don't have...
What's your understanding of Rahul Gandhi's intelligence? Or intellect?
If you ask me, although I refrain from making a personal...
No, very objective public understanding.
I found him a good human being, but extremely unfit to understand ground realities. That is my one line. He is a good human being, but he doesn't know what is happening in India and what is the aspirations of young people in India. I'm sorry for that.
Okay. So now you see, you have quit. We had Padmaja Venugopal, daughter of K. Karnakaran, quit. We have had Anil Antony quit the Congress party, join the BJP. CR Keswan. Before that, Jyotiraditya Scindia. We had Shehzad Poonawalla here. I mean, basically, youngsters from the Congress party quitting and joining the BJP. Tell me, as Professor Gourav Vallabh, when you decided to quit the Congress and having been in the Congress ecosystem, do you claim that you were absolutely untouched by the left ecosystem and hence when you came out of the Congress, BJP became a natural party for you to join?
No. I will allow.
Or you could have gone to say RLD, you could have gone to...
I am coming to that.
Some other party.
I quit Congress party on 3 reasons, and these are mandatory requirements for me. These are not desirable requirements for me. These are uncompromisable, unnegotiable. I can't have an iota of disturbance in these 3. Number 1, I want to contribute in the development of the country, which Congress party is not interested in. Number two, I can't be a silent spectator when the people are abusing my religion, my caste, my faith, my Lord. And number three, I am of the firm belief of liberalization and opening up of economy. I can't abuse all wealth creators of the country. I found that these mandatory requirements are unnegotiable, unpardonable, unexcusable for BJP also. And that is the reason I joined BJP.
That's fine, but what makes you think that BJP can deliver or Narendra Modi as Prime Minister can deliver?
If a person, and I used to read a lot of books written by Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, I worship him like a god. The way he used to present himself in front of the country. And I fondly remember his one statement that unless you are not going to dream big, you are not going to achieve big. Prime Minister Modi ji is dreaming India as a third largest economy. As an Indian, I should be proud of that. Prime Minister Modi ji is dreaming making India a developed nation by 2047. It's not a small dream. In 100 years of post-independence, we are becoming a developed nation. Developed nation means the quality of life of each and individual human being is going to be at par with any other European or American country.
So can we say that your move from Congress to BJP is driven by ideology, driven by being on the right side, driven by this thought that maybe you could be contributing better if you are in the BJP rather than Congress?
So that's what I told. My three requirements are totally unnegotiable, unpardonable, unexcusable for BJP also. That is the reason I joined. That's a question which you asked, why you had not joined any other party like some regional parties you had named. I gave my answer to you. Those regional parties also believe that Sanatan Dharma should be abused, which I don't believe. They also believe that let us abuse the wealth creators, which I don't believe. I can't abuse morning to evening sitting on TV channels all startups of our country. I had a respect for those startup owners who are creating wealth for themselves and wealth for the nation. I had a respect for them for creating jobs in my economy.
So how is it for a congressman to come and join the BJP? So for example, on electoral bonds, what would be your position?
I will give
on the use of income tax, CBI and ED, what would be your position?
I had done one analysis on the first thing and then come to the second question. If you compare the number of MPs, MLAs proportion of BJP, proportion Congress, you will find that Congress had received more electoral bond than BJP and significantly more.
Mm-hmm.
Are you getting my point? So if I believe that all the bond donors, I assume that they are honest first of all. So it means the ideology in which they believe, they are contributing to that. And assume that they are now, all the bond donors are corrupt. There is a quid pro quo for them. So it means the quid pro quo is more in Congress party. That's the reason they are giving more to Congress party in comparison to number of MPs and MLAs. Congress is to BJP is to any other regional party. That's point number one. Point number two. Before electoral bond, what donors were doing? Paying in cash. Now at least there is, at some level, there is a record. If that record was not there, that record was maintained only because Prime Minister Modi ji had announced electoral bond. If that scheme was not announced, then where was that record?
So this thing the Congress does not understand?
They don't. See, एक हिंदी में कहावत है कि सोते हुए को तो कोई जगा सकता है, पर जो सोने की एक्टिंग कर रहा है उसको तो भगवान भी नहीं जगा सकते. So एक नासमझ आदमी को तो समझदार बनाया जा सकता है, पर कोई ना समझ ये समझ ले कि मैं समझदार हूं, उसको कौन समझदार बनाएगा? That is precisely the problem with the Congress party.
Understood.
Second point you had raised, ED CBI. I joined BJP. 2018 I joined Congress party when Congress party had 42 MPs. With my profile at that time, I can join any other political party. I joined BJP. People were saying BJP is a washing machine. What is the case pending against me? Is there any ED, CBI, income tax, SFIO, police case, police complaint, any court case, criminal case, civil case? Nothing. In my election affidavit, after my name and address, all other are not applicable. NA. So why I join? Whose fear I am having? मुझे किसका डर है? मैंने क्यों ज्वाइन किया? मैंने इसलिए ज्वाइन किया कि मैं सनातन विरोध के नारे नहीं लगा सकता और उसको मौन स्वीकृति भी नहीं दे सकता। मैं भगवान राम को अपमानित नहीं कर सकता कि मैं अमेठी से निकल जाऊं। मैं वेल्थ क्रिएटर्स को सुबह से शाम टीवी चैनलों पर बैठ के गाली नहीं दे सकता। And I am sorry for that. If somebody is feeling that I had not committed their work, I am sorry. There is some unconditional, unpardonable, unexcusable things for me, and these three things are those things for me.
Fair enough. So what's going to be your trajectory in the BJP?
See, the most fascinating thing, believe me, is the Prime Minister Modi ji's idea of making India as a developed nation by 2047. I am going to contribute in that, whatever contribution, and I fondly used to say कि जो गिलहरी का जो योगदान था, भगवान श्री राम जब लंका पे जा रहे थे, मैं वो गिलहरी वाला योगदान तो दूंगा 2047 के विकसित भारत के संकल्प में।
Thank you so much, Professor Gourav Vallabh. I think the conversation we had a lot of deep insights into the functioning of the Congress party today. It helps democracy if we understand what is the principal opposition party, because ultimately in a strong democracy you need a strong opposition. Leaders like Gourav Vallabh and many others, particularly those who are young, getting impatient and frustrated within the Congress shows that there is a problem. Some of the problems we understood through this conversation. Hopefully those who need to understand this would also listen to and watch this space. And on that note, thank you, Professor Gourav Vallabh, and thanks for joining us.